a desperate attempt to reconcile people in Britain with the Church. The Church of England is in crisis. 3 in 4 Brits say they are not religious. But that doesn't mean they no longer yearn for a sense of community and a congregation. And these days, many find that in the so-called Sunday assemblies.
They sing in unison, like a church choir. Engage in quiet meditation, like in a place of worship. They even have collections. There's just one thing missing: God.
This is a godless congregation that celebrates being alive. We have an awesome motto, that is live better, help often, and wonder more.
Being thoroughly worn out before
This congregation is called the Sunday Assembly. After the singing, there's a talk. Today is about death. Yet the mood isn't gloomy. Here they seek the positive in sad experiences.
You every day?
My mother died when I was 10, and she's an amazing, amazing woman, and then she was not there. This wonderful woman. It's not that I lost her when I was 10, it was that I had her for 10 whole years. It was such
His talk moves some in the congregation to tears. The godless service is an emotional roller coaster. Many here can't believe the change in themselves and others.
Especially the British people, to talk to someone they haven't met before, to make eye contact like on the underground. We find it very embarrassing. But here they have a whole way of making you welcome. They make you say hello to people next to you.
The first Sunday assembly was held in London a year ago. In the anonymity of the big city, many long for closeness and spirituality. The British have long sought alternatives to organized religion. In the 1960s, the Beatles made Maharishi Mahesh Yogi and his transcendental meditation famous in the West. So is Sunday Assembly founder Sanderson Jones the next spiritual guru?
I'm not a guru. I think that can be said very clear. That's the accidental part of it. We happen to have come across a thing which people have reacted to very strongly.
Sanderson Jones is actually a comedian. He founded the Sunday Assembly because he also wanted to talk about the serious side of life. Jones wants to spread joy, and his idea is catching on worldwide.
If people want to do the Sunday Assembly, we say, sure, you can go and do it. And people will have their own spin on it, but also there'll be something which is still recognisably a Sunday Assembly. You know, if it's 7 people sitting in a darkened room for 7 hours whilst they hit a drum every 10 seconds, you're like, look, that's a wonderful thing if you like it. But it's not a Sunday Assembly.
Jones is a showman who is attracting a growing legion of fans.
Here for the first time! Who's been here before?
But atheism expert Nick Spencer thinks Sunday Assembly is a flash in the pan, as unlike the church, its adherents aren't united by a common belief.
They're unified by what they lack, a sense of community and belonging, or what they don't believe. And that will keep people together for a certain amount of time, but over a longer period, for a sustained large-scale group, you have more agreement about what you do believe, about a positive agreement. And I think that that's what they lack.
But for now, Sunday assemblies are growing by leaps and bounds. 40 have sprung up in the UK, including in the seaside resort town of Brighton. Rosa Julian and her husband Andrew, who run a t-shirt shop here, say the assembly makes their lives more complete.
It's another part of life that is fulfilling, and something to sort of give you pause and make you stop and make you think and breathe and all those good things that everyday life stops us from doing sometimes.
Now Rosa Julian, her husband, and their son Magnus enjoy spending Sundays in the company of others. They don't just sing, they meet to plant trees and take part in other community projects. These atheists hold their gatherings in an empty church. That irony's not lost on Rosa, who doesn't think much of religion.
How I felt alienated, first of all, by the how it was aimed at men, and all the language was about men, and it was all about he, and
man, as in the plural of human, and so that's that. As a little 14-year-old feminist, I think that's when I started to go, I know this place isn't for me, and stopped going to church with my father.
76% of Britons state they're not religious. These are dark days for the Church of England. Prime Minister David Cameron has spoken publicly about his personal faith and declared Britain a Christian country. But that unleashed a wave of protests from leading intellectuals. Meanwhile, membership in the Anglican Church continues to decline. It's Sunday, and this church in Brighton is full, with non-believers like Rosa and Andrew.
Every single person has a vocation.
The man at the mic is a vicar, but he's just a guest. David Tomlinson views the Sunday Assembly as an inspiration, not a threat.
To yourself. I don't think that faith needs to be threatened by that, but it's always had to be reborn again and again through history, and I think right now, if the church isn't reborn, if our faith isn't reborn as something that is appropriate and makes sense to people today, then it will die, and I think it would deserve to die.
Back in London, Sanderson Jones says Christians are welcome at Sunday Assembly, provided they leave God at the door.
Sunday Assembly is coming to Berlin next year, and if anyone else would like one, they go to sundayassembly.com and we'll help you start one.
While some may prophesize the Sunday Assembly's doom, this godless congregation looks to be very much alive and well.
And that report wraps up this edition of European Journal. From all of us here in Brussels, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen and bye for now.